Hey folks, Luke Mullin here with the Lincoln Journal-Star's 2-minute drill. Nebraska football, a lot of talk today about the defense, about this upcoming matchup against Rutgers, how this Nebraska defense expects to be stressed on the ground. Kyle Mullin, one of the best Big Ten running backs in the entire conference, about 600 yards, a lot of rushing touchdowns to his name this season, and quarterback Athan Kaliak-Manis, a guy that Nebraska faced last year at Minnesota. Mobile quarterback, runs the offense efficiently. Tony White and a lot of defensive players talking about the challenge, the need for physicality that Nebraska's going to have next week. Well, guess what? The Huskers did a good job on the ground last week against Purdue. They're looking to continue that momentum. But the defensive personnel, there's going to be an interesting one. Expected to be some hot temperatures here in Lincoln. Nebraska rotated heavily on that defensive side of the ball last week. Still waiting on some news, some injury updates, guys like Tommy Hill. But I will say one of the takeaways from today, media the first time got their chance to talk to Ceyair Wright, the incoming quarterback transfer, came out of USC, the California native. And I'll tell you what, I mean, he's a guy that you know is going to have some personality. He's been in Space Jam. He's trying to be an actor. Well, he walked into the room, and you could just tell he's one of those guys that comes in, has a little bit of a buzz about him, and he's got a buzz out there on the field as well. He has been phenomenal for Nebraska these last 2 weeks, filling in for Tommy Hill, playing 50-plus snaps each week. Tony White saying today that Ceyair Wright close to earning a black shirt. That's high praise, again, for those defensive starters, those guys that earn those black shirts. And he's a transfer coming in, doing a good job and filling up that Nebraska defense at a position of need, again, with Tommy Hill recovering from that foot injury. But for this entire Nebraska football team, there's a lot of focus about heading into this bye week on a high note, on closing it up with a win. Just as a trajectory of this Nebraska football season, you look at that bye week midway through the year, potential to win this one over Rutgers, going with a 5-1 record, intense focus. That's kind of been the vibe we're getting around this week. Not the same, emotional, cathartic response that there was after that Illinois loss. That Purdue win, a lot of good, a lot to clean up there on film, but this Nebraska football team fully focused ahead of a visit from Rutgers this Saturday.